He couldn't watch. Cristiano Ronaldo lowered his head and leaned on Diogo Dalot's shoulder, too anxious to face the penalty shootout. This was the same Ronaldo who had once stood tall amidst the firestorms of the Bernabeu and Camp Nou. Now he was trembling, tears streaming down his face, but this time those tears didn't taste of bitterness. They were the tears of a champion. Portugal didn't just defeat Spain in a nerve-shredding shootout, they sent a message to the world. Their golden generation no longer revolves around one man. It has evolved into a collective, resilient, unified, and reborn. This victory delivered Portugal their second UEFA Nations League trophy. More importantly, it declared one thing: they're ready for the next conquest. It didn't take long for the 2025 Nations League final to explode into life. From the opening whistle, both sides played as if there would be no tomorrow. Spain struck first, through a razor-sharp counter-attack down the right. A quick cross into the box caught Portugal's backline off guard, and Martin Zubimendi arrived right on cue to fire past Diogo Costa. But just 5 minutes later, Nuno Mendes, the reigning Champions League winner, announced himself. Receiving the ball from Pedro Neto, he surged past the fullback and unleashed a thunderous left-footed strike into the far top corner. 1-1, his first ever goal for the national team, and what a moment to deliver it. Still, the chaos didn't stop there. Mikel Oyarzabal restored Spain's lead with a perfectly timed run between Portugal's centre-back and full-back. Pedri slipped in a delicate through ball, and the Real Sociedad striker finished with icy composure. That move said it all: craft, intelligence, and the evolution of a forward who's quietly taking over Morata's role as Spain's number 9. By the 61st minute, Ronaldo hadn't taken a single shot. Whispers began to spread. Would Martinez dare to take him off? And just like he's done for the past 2 decades, when the doubt starts creeping in, Ronaldo answered. Once again, it was Nuno Mendes who ignited it all. Blazing past Lamine Yamal on the wing, his cross ricocheted off Lenormand and spun high into the box. And there he was, a familiar crimson blur, Cristiano Ronaldo, flying in with a trademark volley. 238th international goal, a record only he seems capable of breaking. As full time neared, both teams slowed the tempo. Rafael Leão came off the bench like a storm, blistering down the right flank, turning defenders inside out. 3 times he left the crowd breathless, but no goal came. And so it went to penalties, where destiny only smiles on the brave. Portugal went first: Ramos, Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, Mendes, all flawless. Spain matched them until the 4th round. Then came Morata, facing Diogo Costa, his captain's armband tight around his arm, but fate slipped through his fingers. Costa guessed right, parried it away, and the red half of the stadium exploded in celebration. Ruben Neves stepped up next, calm, clinical, ruthless. His strike sealed it. Portugal 5, Spain 3, a second UEFA Nations League title, a night to remember. But the man of the match? Not Ronaldo, not Bruno, not even Leão. It was Nuno Mendes. It's rare for a left-back to completely dominate a final. But Mendes didn't just control the left flank, he dictated the entire rhythm of the match. When Portugal's attack stuttered against Spain's pressing machine, Mendes broke through with a lightning sprint, leaving Oscar Mingueza behind and ripping one past Unai Simon. And for the equalizer, even more outrageous. From what looked like a harmless position, he exploded past Yamal, again, before whipping in a cross that deflected off Lenormand. It wasn't officially an assist, but it might as well have been a masterpiece. And let's not forget his defending. Mendes locked down Lamine Yamal, the 17-year-old sensation, so completely it was easy to forget Yamal was even on the pitch. Every time the teenager tried to dribble, spin, or accelerate, Mendes was there. Faster, stronger, smarter, a shadow he couldn't escape. As the Atlantic's Team Spear put it so aptly, is there a better left-back in the world right now than Mendes? A question that hardly needs an answer. In the days of Fernando Santos, Nuno Mendes was often seen as a waste of pace, a blur of speed with little end product. But under the hand of Roberto Martínez, he has evolved into the prototype of the modern fullback, part wall, part weapon. When a defender influences the game like a number 10, you know you're witnessing something extraordinary. In a final crowded with star names, it was Mendes who stole the spotlight. And if there was one man who unlocked Portugal's victory, there's no debate. It was Nuno Mendes. This match was a perfect reminder of how football can pivot in a single moment. And no one understands that better than Cristiano Ronaldo. For over an hour, he looked like a ghost on the pitch, slow to react, off rhythm, no shots on target. His presence felt out of sync, like a legend slowly drifting from the game. Furrowed brows, frustrated glances, even commentators and fans began to wonder, would Martinez dare to sub off Ronaldo? But then, in a flash, every question was answered. A half chance turned historic. He moved silently into space, picked his spot, and unleashed a volley that left Unai Simon rooted. No one scores like Ronaldo, and no one makes you doubt, only to make you believe, time and time again. It was his 138th goal for Portugal, a record so distant no one dares chase it. But on a night like this, the number wasn't just a statistic. It was a whisper to the world. I'm still here, and when the game needs a final chapter, I still write it. There was no explosive celebration this time, no sew, just calm. Ronaldo picked up the ball, placed it at the center circle, and quietly walked off in the 88th minute with an injury. This wasn't the defiant CR7 of his prime. This was a Ronaldo who's learned to share the spotlight, a silent leader stepping back so others can rise, while still keeping the right to decide a match. But the most unforgettable moment didn't come from his goal. It came at the start of the penalty shootout. The camera found Ronaldo, head down, leaning on Diogo Dalot's shoulder, unable to watch. A man who's conquered Champions League nights, lifted Euros, and survived decades of finals, now fragile, human, trembling. And maybe that's why the eruption after Diogo Costa's save felt even more powerful. Ronaldo broke down in tears, hands on his head, then joined the wild celebration. One voice in the chorus of a team he knows will carry on when he steps away. He was once the story. Now he is a living memory. But even memories know when to speak. In a tournament where Ronaldo remained a weapon but no longer the nucleus of every move, Portugal showed they've truly entered a new era, one where every player can shine, and where victories no longer rely on one man's magic. The architect behind that transformation, still polarizing to some, is Roberto Martínez. After a Euro 2024 campaign criticized for its lack of identity, for timid losses to stronger sides, and for failing to harness Portugal's full potential, Martinez didn't make excuses. He made adjustments. Not through groundbreaking tactics, but by making the right changes at the right time. When João Cancelo struggled out of position, he corrected it. When midfield needed more control, he found the balance. He didn't bench Ronaldo like Fernando Santos once did, but he didn't build the system around him either. He found the sweet spot, making CR7 the finisher, the emotional anchor, without forcing him to be the centerpiece. And on the flip side, he gave freedom to the likes of Mendes, Vitinha, and João Neves, allowing them to grow, to express themselves, all within a structure built to elevate each other. Gone are the days when Portugal lived and died by a single superstar. Gone, too, is the identity crisis of the post-Euro 2016 years. This is a team that knows who it is, that knows how to play, and more importantly, knows how to win when the pressure peaks. So this Nations League title, it's not just a trophy, it's proof. Proof that the torch has been passed. Proof that Portugal now has the blueprint of a national team for the future. Veterans guiding, youth emerging, depth in every position, strong character, and above all, a shared culture. Portugal have won the UEFA Nations League, but more importantly, they are ready for World Cup 2026. And this time, they're not just going to participate, they're coming to conquer what they've never touched.